What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you so much to each and every single one of you for continuing to support this channel. Friends, family, neighbors, eBay customers, YouTube viewers, and subscribers, everybody across the board. Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate it. With that being said, if you like what you see and you enjoy the content, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, comment in the comment section below. Hit the bell to receive notifications. Also, I have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box below. I'm selling baseball cards and various other items from time to time. Also, if you want to help to support the channel financially, click on the coffee link. That's also in the description box below. Thank you, everyone. So, usually when I do my live streams, I get questions from my reoccurring viewers and reoccurring subscribers and supporters and all that, who are also fellow eBayers like myself. And I know yesterday I uploaded a video bashing the internet for the bad aspects of it, where it's essentially a fucking cesspool of man babies who get their rocks off and fapping in a corner to fucking with people's lives and all that kind of stuff. But there is a good side to the internet, is the free exchange of information and ideas. And in this case, when it comes to my personal eBay store, I have fellow eBayers that always ask me, how you doing, how you doing? Because the economy has not been so great. Many of us have seen a really, really steep dip in our sales. I included have seen a dip in my sales. Luckily, because I've diversified my eBay store, and now I'm using the 2% promotional boost, which is kind of unfortunate because now that means eBay takes 15% of my take instead of 13%. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you're on a fixed income like me, you rely on every dime you get. But unfortunately, in order to garner sales, I have no choice. And so far, it's been hit and miss. Basically, it's a game of time and patience. So I did get 3 sales in the past 48 hours. I actually have the shipping label here printed out. I did sell at the time of this video, which is August 7th, a little bit after 9:30 in the morning, by the way. I did sell this Bayern Munich jersey this morning. Somebody paid in full for it. So I've got to pack this up and get it out. It's a real shame because I actually like this jersey, but unfortunately, I have so many Bayern Munich jerseys, I don't know what to do with half of them. And eventually, I got to start downsizing my collection. I've talked about this before on the channel. Being a guy that collects sports jerseys and all that kind of stuff, the collection does get too big after a while. And you have to start trimming fat. That's just the reality of it. So this is on the chopping block. It sold this morning. Also, I sold a white leather shirt. This one is more like a beige tan color. I really love this thing. But there was a white one that I had that I really didn't like, that was way too heavy and way too hot. And because I don't go out like I used to, I figure if I have this nice beige one that I like, why am I going to keep one that doesn't fit me and is uncomfortable? So I sold that. That's already boxed up right here, ready to go. Of course, it's got my usual tags and stuff on it. And then I got 2 Jose Ramirez cards that I sold this morning. As a matter of fact, I printed the shipping label out. I just got to pack them up. So it's a slow go, but it is going. And the only reason why I believe my eBay store is still going, well, actually, there's several factors. One, because I promote here on YouTube. That helps a lot. The second factor is the fact that I'm using promoted listings now. My eBay store is 100% promoted at a 2% rate for a total of 15% that goes to eBay. And I've been diversifying my listings. Again, you just saw, a few examples of that with the Bayern Munich jersey and a white leather shirt that I sold that I never wear anymore. It's too heavy. It's too uncomfortable. I don't like it. I lost all that weight, so it's a little big on me. There's no point in having it in my closet. And I still have tons of stuff that I can sell at any given time. And I'll probably list some stuff today. Now, this morning, I did a whole bunch of chores. I did a little bit of laundry. I vacuumed my rug. Cleaned my bathroom and my kitchen a little bit. I had a nice fat breakfast this morning, because I want to enjoy the weekend. I want to take a little bit of a break from everything. And give myself a little elbow room. So today I might go for the gusto. Let's see what happens, how my day goes. I definitely have to get these 3 orders out the door. I at least want to do that today so that my customers get their items as quickly as possible. which of course I'm known for. If you've bought off of me, I try to get my orders out as quick as possible. And of course, here I am in your faces. You can see me, you can react to me, you can comment in my comment sections, you can DM me on eBay. At least you know who I am and you can see me. A lot of people don't do that, unfortunately. They tend to be cryptic and hide behind the scenes, and those are people, in my opinion, you have to watch out for. At least if you get eBay orders from me and something goes wrong, you can message me right away and say, hey, this thing happened, that happened, blah, blah, blah. I had to replace a baseball card. I forgot exactly what it is. I think it was a Ronald Acuna Jr. 2023 Topps Chrome Lids Mitchell and Ness card that after more than 30 days, the card did not arrive to the customer, and I looked it up, and it doesn't seem like this customer was trying to get over on me, so I packed them up a brand new one. I had a couple in stock anyway. So I sent them a brand new one in good faith. He should have got it by now, hopefully. This tends to happen sometimes because we all know the post office is goofy. But the point of all of this is that at least I'm still selling things. Again, it's arduous. You have to be patient. It can be a little frustrating because, I depend on this for my income. After having to, unfortunately, put personal paperwork out there recently because of some fat shit idiot who was trying to call me out and trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't do with my personal life. I rely on this to supplement my income. I'm on a fixed income. So I have to do what I can, whatever's necessary to make sure I can keep at least some sort of cash flow coming in. And within the past 48 hours, after taxes, fees, and shipping, I made $110 with that stuff. So far, so good, but it's painstaking, it's slow. We are now in the beginning of the end of the summer. As you know, September's right around the corner, and time is flying by like this. I can't believe it's already, we're in August already. So people are probably still on vacation. School is going to be starting soon down here. People are taking time off, and of course, as bad as the economy is with the grocery prices being what they are, unfortunately, thank God in my area, they're at least manageable and reasonable. Walmart has not, at least from my point of view, because I grocery shop all the time, I really haven't seen too many price increases. So that's always a good thing. But, people are very wary of the money they spend these days because the economy sucks. As a result, nobody's storing away their disposable income on our junk. You know what I mean? So, I don't blame people for not wanting to spend money. These are scary times, folks. Until the gas prices come down and Trump ends these wars, or somebody ends these wars, because with what's going on in Iran and this continued conflict going on between Ukraine and Russia and everything else that's going on in this goofy republic of ours, people are very wary about spending their disposable income, and I don't blame them. But I've been fortunate to at least have amassed so much stuff in my personal collection that I'm able to trim some fat here and there, and there will be more stuff being sold at my eBay store. I'm still debating whether or not I sell my Pepperball TMP launcher. I did finally find a box that'll fit that thing along with the leg strap and the magazines, but it's going to be something that's going to be very hard for me to let go, because that thing is super rare and I know I'll never get another one again. And they don't come up on eBay that much anymore like they used to. They used to come up regularly. But, of course, the equivalent of the Pepperball TMP launcher, is the Tiberius 8.1. But, I still got plenty of stuff to sell. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it. Today, I woke up super early and took care of some chores. I got into that mode. I'm like, I want to clean. I need to clean my place. But, I've been throwing away papers and what have you. But the point being is that when I find some time, I'll go through my closet, go through my personal collections, and see what I'm willing to let go of, what has sentimental value, what doesn't, and just list it for sale over at eBay. That's how I've been surviving so far, is diversifying my eBay store. And many of you may want to consider that, especially if you are a niche eBay seller. You might have to mix it up a little bit. Unfortunately, with the cards I have on eBay that are currently listed, they're all low-end cards. And, for every once in a while, like I said, that Jose Ramirez, or at least the two of them, sold this morning. So I got lucky to even get 2 baseball card sales this morning, but it's very tedious. and very time consuming to sit there and twiddle my thumbs and wait for people to buy stuff. You just have to bide your time and wait. There's really nothing you can do, and I'm not going to be an internet bully like Darkside Phil, aka DSP, and bully my audience to buy my stuff. You do it because you want to. But again, I'm grateful for even making one sale. If I make $1, if I make 10 cents, if I make 50 cents, if I make $100, I consider myself very lucky. So you may want to consider changing around some things. I know the promoted listing thing sucks, but ever since I did it, I've seen a slight increase in sales again. At least I got these three items sold. I'll try to get them out to my customers today, get them to the post office. But, you have to, unfortunately, you have to play this game. You have to play the waiting game, and you have to try to make changes and try to offer discounts. Sometimes I'll get watchers, and I'll get a notification from eBay saying send an offer to this customer because you have a watcher that's keeping an eye on it. And then I'll reduce the price depending on what I'm trying to get out of that particular item. The leather shirt that I sold, I wanted $79.99 for it. I sold it for $69.99. $10 less what I was asking for, but it sold. Just like the Bayern Munich jersey, I think I was selling it for originally, I think $59.99, and then I lowered it down to $54.99, and somebody bought it. So work with your customers. I know you're not going to make as much as what you're hoping for, but at least you're getting some sort of income. I know it's a compromise. It sucks because that's less money in your pocket, knowing how expensive things are these days. But if you want to make money, man, sometimes you got to do what's necessary, and I'm content with that because, even $100 for a guy like me goes a long way. So, with that being said, guys, I'm not the know-it-all. I'm not the guru of eBay. This is just what works for me. I've been watching my fellow content creators, and many of you who have been commenting in my live streams and in my comments section are also going through a hard time right now selling stuff. And, it's just a waiting game, folks. You're going to have to make some changes. You can't be stubborn and be stuck in your ways. Eventually, you're going to have to compromise. I'm not saying that you have to surrender. There's a difference between surrendering and compromising. It's just making these little adjustments. If you have to discount your items a little bit more, if you have to offer a shipping discount, instead of sending things priority mail, send it ground shipping. Do like what I do. I have a shoe store, luckily, that's right here in town, that throws out shoe boxes and empty boxes. So whatever boxes I don't buy from Walmart when they have them, I pick up shoe boxes and wrap them up in brown paper and stuff like that to save my customers money on shipping. That $3 or $4 can make or break an eBay sale really easy. But when I see that they have boxes over at Walmart that fit the items that I intend to sell, I'll buy like 10 or 12 of them at a time. And that's what I've been using for a lot of my sales. This box happens to be one of them right there that I got from Walmart. The 11 by 7.5 by 5.5, which when you list this on eBay, it's 11 by 8 by 6. You have to round up to the next highest number. And then, of course, I got a digital scale and all that kind of thing. So, I'm pretty self-sufficient. I'm a one-man operation, and, I'm still learning, even after what is it now, 2 years, 26 months, actually, to be exact, since I started this. I'm still learning and still adapting and trying my best to make sure that money keeps coming in, because if I don't, well, guess what? The ship will sink. So again, thank you everybody, to my eBay customers, my YouTube viewers, subscribers, viewers, family, friends, neighbors, everybody. All of you are just absolutely amazing, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, folks, I am your host, the Carolina Collector. God bless everybody.